We will need to ration who uses the pipeline because it is an asset.
Don't you think we're losing? Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but part of the exports for this country is oil to Uganda, isn't it? So aren't we losing that?
Why are we losing? The oil will still go through here. They will still pay the charges they have been paying to go to Uganda. It is not that we have been making money from Uganda. They have been buying their own. They have been buying fuel from the same source as we do. The only thing is that we've been sourcing it together.
So in the East African community, is there any conversation that countries like Uganda may choose to use the port in Tanzania?
Any country can choose whatever what is financially usable for them.
And therefore, what are you doing to ensure that we are competitive so that we don't lose?
We are very competitive, I can tell you. In fact, the Kenyan route is the only competitive route to go to Eastern DRC and to go to Uganda. In fact, we are having a conversation with Rwanda because they equally find this route, especially if we can connect from Kisumu across the Lake Victoria, that will even be a shorter route to Rwanda.
So, Mr. President, if we have agreed as a region on the railway infrastructure, and really is really important even for the economy, which you are passionate about, then what is the issue? Because first it was bankability of the project, and that was to be solved by the feasibility study. Then second, it was to be the region needed to come on board as a block so that the project can become viable into the long term. So if as a region we are aligned, what is the problem?
The challenge that we have now with the railway is twofold. Number one is that our headroom on debt, we cannot borrow anymore. So we have asked China to invest, not to lend us money. Yeah? We are having that conversation. And some of their companies are considering investing their money, instead of us borrowing the money. We are also having a conversation as to what is the timing. When do we want this delivered? So those are the conversations that are going on. As you know, our exposure is on the limit. So we cannot, and I will not, borrow any more money. And I have made that commitment to the people of Kenya. What we can do is we are looking at alternative options. Can we have a public-private partnership that will see China and Chinese companies invest in the pipeline? That is the conversation that we are having.
Mheshimiwa, mwisho, kuna swala la DRC hapa. Tuna tatizo lolote taifa la Kenya na DRC?
Hatuna matatizo kabisa na nchi jirani ya East Africa ya DRC. DRC wako na uchaguzi. Sisi kama wa Kenya tulienda kuwasaidia katika changamoto walizo nazo kwa mambo ya usalama. Jeshi letu lilienda pale, tukasimamisha vita ambayo ilikuwa inaenda pale, tukiwa pamoja na ndugu zetu wa kutoka Uganda, kutoka Burundi na kutoka South Sudan. Tumefanya kazi hiyo kwa muda wa mwaka mmoja. Baada ya mwaka mmoja, wao wenyewe wamesema ya kwamba wanaona sasa msaada wetu imefika mwisho. Tukakubaliana, tukafanya summit hapa Arusha, tukakubaliana sasa sisi tutatafuta namna gradually to exit from the scene so that other countries can come and support them. Jana ama juzi kulikuwa na mkutano hapa Nairobi ya wananchi wa DRC, wakatoa statement. Watu wa DRC wakalalamika kwamba hiyo statement Kenya haingekubali hiyo statement itolewe pale. Msimamo wetu kama Kenya ni kwamba sisi ni nchi demokrasia. Na nyinyi mnajua, nyinyi ni watu wa vyombo vya habari. Hakuna mtu anauliza serikali kwenda kutoa taarifa yoyote. So they issued a statement from here. DRC wanted to know whether those people, we can arrest them. Then we told them, Kenya is a democracy. We cannot arrest anybody who has issued a statement. We don't arrest people who have made us, we arrest criminals. If anybody has committed any criminality, we will go out of our way to deal with them. But issuing statements, how many people issue statements in Kenya against me? Every day, people are issuing statements left, right, and center. That is what the democracy is all about. And in any case, Kenya here has the biggest bureau. You guys know the biggest bureau of journalists from BBC. I don't know, CNN. I don't know where. Everybody is here. So, and that is what people are looking for. So, Kenya is a media hub.
By recalling the ambassador from Nairobi, what does that mean? Do you have a problem now?
If they decide that they want to recall our ambassador because a statement was issued in Nairobi, that is their right. But, you know, I cannot arrest anybody merely because they issued a statement. That is undemocratic. That is not how Kenya is. That is not the Kenya you all know. So, you know, we are all different. Countries are democracies in different ways.
Okay.
Mheshimiwa, mwisho kabisa kabla tujamaliza, siwezi kukuacha bila kuuliza swala la elimu. Tumepata malalamiko mengi sana. Nimepata jumbe nyingi tangu jana kuelezea kwamba tutakuwa na rais. Watu wengi ambao walikuwa wanafanya internship kuhusiana na JSS wanalalamika kwamba wanahitaji kupewa nafasi. Yani wapewe nafasi za kazi, manake muda wao unaishia mwezi huu, nafikiri tarehe 31. Umeweka mikakati gani ama mipango gani kuwaeka wakati ambapo pia junior secondary school inafaa kufungua mwezi wa Januari, waendelee na vile vile kuwe hakuna tatizo lolote kwa wazazi, wanafunzi na hata pia mikakati ya serikali kuhusiana na swala la elimu? Naomba tujibu hili wewe kama rais.
Mimi nitajibu.
Manake isiwe mambo ya kupeleka kwa wizara itafanya hivi.
Hapana, mimi nitakujibu.
Ndio.
Mambo ya wanafunzi ama walimu wa JSS, Januari watakuwa kazini. Kwa sababu tulitoa sera kama serikali ya kwamba sekta zote kabla ya kuajiriwa permanent and pensionable unafanya kazi internship miaka miwili. So they will complete, once they complete their internship of 2 years, we will hire everybody. So they need to relax. They need to go through the process. They will have the first priority when we hire teachers after the internship. And we are not doing internship only with teachers. We are doing internship with many other sectors. In fact, we've just gotten a cohort of interns at the public service, because internship is part of the learning process and the job process. So our interns that are doing a wonderful job as teachers, they need to relax. Nobody is going to take their place in January.
So they'll be what?
They will continue to complete. Yes, they will continue to complete their internship
for 2 years.
2 years, which is a government policy, and that is understood. After the 2 years, they will be hired as we absorb others into internship to graduate slowly like that.
Okay. Unahakikishia walimu wote 50,000 hivi watapata kandarasi za kudumu baada ya miaka miwili.
Correct.
Mr. President, we want to wind up, but a lot of conversations and many questions that are coming in, including one who is asking that, back to our earlier conversation about the housing levy and that question of accountability. Do you know now how much has been collected from that levy and why it is?
I know that I don't have the final figures with me here, but I know we've been collecting ever since the law was passed, and it is on average about around 60 billion shillings or thereabout, plus or minus every month.
60 billion shillings?
Every month.
Yes. So
60 billion shillings?
I think so. I think that's the correct number.
So in a year that would be 60 times 12. What is that? 720 billion.
720.
Well, let me not. I don't know whether maybe six. Yeah, I think it is. Sorry, I think it is about 6 billion. Sorry, about 6 billion. So I think every year it is somewhere between 60 and 80 billion every year.
Where is that money now?
That money is already constructing houses.
Under what law? What framework?
There is already a framework. Only the court said we fine-tune the framework. That money is already constructing houses under the framework with the Ministry of Housing.
That?
Some of it is being used we've already allocated to National Housing Corporation. And the construction of houses is going full steam across Kenya. We have, by the way,
Yeah.
we have 33 sites, active sites going on. I want to ask you to go to Mukuru. We are building 14,000 houses in Mukuru. If you go today to Mukuru, you will not think it is a slum.
So
You will think it is in Europe.
that is being financed by these resources,
Yes.
not private investor resources.
No, this is being financed by these resources.
So if it's 6 billion every month, you're saying 60 to 80 each
Yeah.
year.
Every year.
So how many houses does that construct?
It will depend because we are constructing houses of between 400,000 per house. Others will be 1 million. Others will be 3 million. It is different categories.
That's the selling price. I'm talking about the cost.
But you know, the cost is commensurate with what you sell because it depends with sizes. The smaller ones cost less. The 1 bedroom, the bed sitter, the 1 bedroom, the 2 bedroom, the 3 bedroom cost different. So it will depend on how many.
Mr. President, I asked that question because it's been a very stubborn question. Not many have an answer.
I have an answer.
Not your members of parliament, not your cabinet
I have an
secretaries.
answer. And in fact, if you call the ministry responsible, they will explain to you in detail.
Now,
Yes,
okay.
in detail.
Mr. President,
yes.
the last question, which I was told to ask you, would be, is there hope?
Oh my goodness, let me tell you. We are going to change Kenya. I am very positive. I am very clear in my mind that I have only one mission, to change Kenya. And by the way, I have every intention to do it. And I know very well that it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. But it is never too late to do the right thing. You cannot be wrong by doing the right thing. So I intend to transform Kenya. We have always known and wanted to do what we know is right. We know we should create jobs. We know what we need to do to create jobs. We know we should control our expenditure. We know what but the thing that has been lacking is somebody to lead the way in doing it. I intend to lead the way in doing it.
Mr. President,
In changing Kenya.
we have to leave it at that. I think that counts for a good closing remark, unless you have anything else to add.
No, let me appreciate all you guys, and let me appreciate the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya are a great people. Even in very difficult times, I find a lot of encouraging messages. Many people tell me, we know things are difficult, we know you are having a difficult time, but keep on keeping on, because we know that finally this country will change. And I have every intention to keep it here until Kenya changes.
Mr. President, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
This has been a conversation with the President of the Republic, President William Samoei Ruto, with representation from different media houses, that is KTN News, TV47, Nation Media Group, K24, KBC, and Citizen TV. Good night, good luck. My name is Sam Gituku. Bye for now.